told you this shit gonna be different. It's just music, man. No genres, bro.
Word. Alright. Kid Freeze, King Uprock, welcome to the hip hop box. You know what I'm saying? Kenny Clutch Hip Hop Box. Everybody, if you don't know who Kid Freeze and King Uprock is, you about to find out. So I'm gonna start off the conversation, start off the question, you know, who is King Uprock? Who is Kid Freeze? For those who don't know, let's educate the public, you know, on who you guys are and, you know, the history of King Uprock, Kid Freeze.
Well, my real name is Ralph Casanova. I go by King Uprock because I'm one of the original rockers from the 70s. I'm a second generation rocker. There were guys who were first generation rockers in the 60s, late 60s, you know, and in 1980 they had a rock contest to see who was the best rocker in Bushwick. And it was for anybody whoever came from any other place with that rock. And I won the contest, and everybody started saying I was the new king of rocking in Bushwick, so I changed my name from RC to King Uprock.
Nice. Kid Freeze, what about you?
Hey, what's going on? My name is the international head spinner, Kid Freeze. My real name is Clemente Marino. I was born in the Bronx, moved out to Queens in about 73. In about 75, I got down with a group called Dynamic Rockers, first generation, the inventor, the continued head spin, and all the power moves you kids are doing today.
Nice.
Keep it simple.
Here we go. So let's jump into, you know, rocking. You know, what's the history on rocking? How did the dance actually start?
Well, you know, when I was young, I mean, I'm also from the Bronx. In 1969, I moved to Brooklyn, Bushwick, and I was always into martial arts and stuff. And I used to watch the gangs, the Double Rebels. They used to dance with music, but it looked like fighting. So I was like, man, are they fighting or are they dancing? You know? So I didn't know what rock was. I was still young. I was only like 5, 6 years old. And I used to watch them, and then I see that they were like dancing, but it looked like fighting. So since they looked like martial arts, and I was taking up martial arts, I kind of like mimicked them a lot. And a couple years later, my brother went to one of the guys from the Rebels and said, listen, my brother be in the basement all day practicing, watching you guys, and doing whatever you guys do. And so the guy said, yeah, let me see what your brother does. So my older brother, he called me upstairs, told me to go outside, went to the corner. He said, do what they be doing. So I did a little bit of the rock. They were shocked that I was watching them, and I mimicked them like really good. And I had a good style of dancing, because I mean, when I was 5, I also played piano and drum. My family was musicians, so my mother was a dancer, so I learned how to dance from my mom, but I know how to play instruments. And I started dancing, and they told me I was gonna be a great rocker. And when they told me that, it kind of like, I felt like I was being like blessed, like wow, they really think I'm really that good. So I just kept up the work, and got together with Carlos and Danny Boy from Dynasty. We joined Dynasty and started dancing through the 70s. And 77, I met a guy, one of the guys that I was teaching. His cousin came from California, and I used to do the robot. I won a contest, and I went to see the Jackson 5 in Madison Square Garden.
Nice.
And I got pictures and everything. So his cousin said, yo, he saw me doing the robot. He goes, you know what strutting is? I was like, strutting, what is that? And I saw him doing all these moves, like all these popping moves that they do in LA. And I was like, yo, I see that on Soul Train, He's like, yeah, but we call it strutting. We're from Frisco, whatever. And I was like, yeah. So he wanted to know how to rock. So I showed him how to rock. He showed me a little bit of strutting and popping. And then 79, I got into breaking, watching Kid Freeze and Dynamic and other guys like that. So they inspired me to get into breaking. And I got into breaking, and hanged out with Dynamic. Then I became the leader of Mastermind from the Bushwick division.
He was down with Dynamic too. He put him down, man.
Nice.
So I mean,
put him down,
I had mad love with a lot of crews out there, and just love dancing. I did Webo, I did lofting, I hustle. I've been a DJ since '73, so I just love music, man.
Yeah.
Just wanna.
I got a lot of got vinyl records. Oh my God, he got basements.
Nice.
There was like 20 basements in New York, man, with records,
Got
man.
the vinyls on
Yeah,
lock.
vinyls. Oh my God, when they open it, what is this? Oh, this is just my little collection. Little collection. You're like 5,000 records. I'm like, yo. He goes, I go, how can you find? Oh, what are you looking for? Oh, this is over here. This is, man, like you remember all these so many records, and you know exactly what each one is at.
Yeah.
I need like labels on them shits.
And you still rock with the records.
Yeah, I rock
Yeah,
with records.
You don't do the Serato, right?
I'm learning
Yeah.
Serato, but I'm not a computer guy, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a little hard because, you know, with records is different. I got a different feeling with records, you know,
Yeah.
than with the computer.
That original
computer,
flavor.
I'm not fast enough to find a record,
Right.
where I can just take it. I know in the crate where it's at.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. Do you like you know, do you think it's beneficial for DJs today to have the Serato, or you know, would you rather them learn both Serato and you know how to rock with the
Well,
records?
you know, to tell you the truth, I learned that with Serato, if I was jamming today in the park, I would have to bring 10, 15 crates of records.
Yeah.
And with Serato, I just bring my laptop. But the
Right.
only thing that with Serato is that a lot of guys who play Serato, if I told them to play with vinyl, they can't mix and they can't blend. They couldn't cut.
Gotcha.
But a lot of, you know, some of the Serato, you just press a button and it and you can do different effects.
Yeah.
So some people are good with the effects and learning the effects of Serato. I think Serato is a good program. Like there's Tractor, there's another one, you know, DJ something. But when you DJ with vinyl, it's a different feeling. You know,
Yeah.
it's like to me, I don't know. I just like the feeling
It's
of
old
the
school,
record,
man. It's where it started from.
and you're blending and mixing live. You're doing
Yeah.
it live,
Right.
where the computer can match the the beats,
yeah.
and make it mix good. You know,
Yeah.
so it's hard when you have to do it yourself.
I
You know?
hear you.
Manual. She said she wanna go.
I told you this shit gonna be different. It's just music, man. No genres, bro. I just wanna create shit. I thought I told y'all.